welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a haul follow-up, kind of a massive haul follow-up because the haul was kind of massive. You guys did say that you like these videos, and there are some products that I get that I don't do reviews on that I want to let you guys know whether I like it, recommend it, don't like it, don't recommend it. So we're going to be discussing quite a lot of products, quite a lot of highlighters. If you have not seen the original haul, I will leave that link down below, and any reviews that I do have for these products if that has gone up before this video. But like I said, we got a crap ton of products to go get through, so let's just get it on. Firstly, something that I pretty much knew that I liked because I bought it in some other colors. These are the Kat Von D 24-hour stay something awesome Super Brow, 24-hour Super Brow Long Wear Pomade. I am wearing the shade Graphite today. I have used the shade Dark Brown, Aubergine. These are phenomenal. I highly recommend these. The formula is so creamy and long wearing. It dries down beautifully. It is so easy to work with. I need every color in the line for every kind of eyebrow I'm gonna need. I absolutely love these. Highly, highly recommend them. Then sort of a random surprising thing that I got. I did get 2 blushes and 2 liquid lipsticks from Juvia's Place. I'm pretty sure they only have 2 available of each. This is the shade Afrique, which is just a bright red. Then this is the shade Soil. They are both matte and they are both beautiful. The formula on these goes on super opaque and smooth and gorgeous. After a lot of talking, eating, drinking, they don't flake and crumble. They don't fade off into the lines of my lips. They need to come out with 20,000 billion colors of this because this is an absolutely amazing formula, and I'm pretty sure they're only 12 bucks. And pretty much the same goes for these blushes. This one is the Serafina color, which is just, it is peachy, glowy goodness. You guys know I love a good peach blush, and this is phenomenal. This one is Bella, which is a little bit more intimidating, a little bit more conducive for deeper skin tones, but using just a little titchy bit and shearing it out, it is absolutely gorgeous. These both give great life to my cheeks and a beautiful lift and gorgeous flush. Very pigmented. You want to go in very soft and light, and they're only 8 bucks. These are just, they're so good. Some more blush. These are 2 of the Make Them Blush blushes from Pretty Vulgar. Sorry about that reflectiveness. I got the shade 18 Hush Blush, which is kind of this neutral, a little bit of a pinker version of Tarte's Exposed. And then I got the, did I say Mirror Mirror? Hush Blush. This is 13 in Mirror Mirror, which is what I am wearing on my cheekies today. Very just soft and subtle, kind of like NARS Orgasm X, or a little bit like a little pinkier version of Milani's Luminoso. I was very pleasantly surprised by these. I loved the way that they blended out and looked on my cheeks, especially this one, honestly. The more neutrally whatever, because I like illuminating blushes because I think they give more cheekbone to me, whereas the matte one kind of just, I feel like it doesn't do as much for me, but this matte was absolutely gorgeous. These are a hit. Alright, let's talk some eyeshadow palettes, then we will go into the friggity frackin' highlighters. This is the Viseart Professional Makeup 04 Dark Matte Palette. I love this thing. I knew I would. I have one other Viseart palette that I do absolutely love the formula of. This color scheme is just so beautiful, deep, dark, and rich. And they take these nice colors like the reds and the orange, green, purple, blue, and turn them into much more wearable tones. I will say though, I will say that these are very conducive to hard pan. Like, I'll be using them and I'll be like, what? Why is it so darker all of a sudden? And then I'll be like, oh, hard pan. So every little once in a while, you do have to go in with some tape and unstick that hard pan, but the formula is absolutely beautifully. It blends gorgeous and just looks so good on the eyes. I highly recommend these. I would not pay $80. Wait for these to go on sale, which they seem to do a fair amount. Probably because no one's buying them at the $80 price. Let's be real. But I do love this and I've been enjoying it so much and the formula has just been so nice. And two palettes that I do have a full review on. If the review already is uploaded, I will leave that link down below. If not, stay tuned. These are two of the Huda, I don't even know, beauty palettes. We have the Rose Gold Remastered, which does have the ever so famous dips in the shimmers, and then this one is the Desert Dusk. I won't say too much on these just in case that review video isn't out. I'm not sure when uploading in comparison to this is gonna happen, but I will say that I was horrendously pleasantly surprised by these. I think they were a dream to work with. I honestly wanted to go into these and hate them so that I could tear Huda Beauty a new one, but they were just beautiful. The mattes and the shimmers, except for in the Desert Dusk palette, this glitter shade Cosmo, no bueno. He was not fun to work with. But everything else in the palette was just so nice and blended beautifully. It looked good. I have not created a look, except when I was using the glitter shade. I have not created a look with these that I have not absolutely loved. They're just amazing. I forgot some blushes before we go all highlighter. These are the Ciate London Glow 2 blushes? No idea. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. This one is in the shade Summer Love, which is this beautiful like peachy tone. Then we have Date Night, which is going on more neutral, mauve-y almost. And then Baby Doll, which is a bit more rosy, but still kind of leaning mauve. I like how these look on my cheeks when I apply them, like the finished product is really nice. I will say these are not horrendously pigmented, meaning you do have to kind of dig your brush around in there to kind of get the pigment payoff on your cheeks. It's not just like one swirl, swipe, and brush, blush, buff out, and go. No, you have a little bit of work to invest into these, especially these two, the Date Night and the Baby Doll. I did enjoy working with the Summer Love one the most, but they look nice on my skin. They're just a little bit harder to work with than some other blushes I have in my collection. All right, let's talk highlighter. I do have a whole video dedicated to said highlighters. We'll leave that link down below for you guys where I can go into a little bit more depth, and I do swatch them all for you. This is just kind of like a over-encompassing quick whatever, where that's more of an in-depth review. Starting off, I have these two from Pretty Vulgar. This one is Shimmering Swan. It's just Shimmering Swan Highlighter. That's the name of it. In 41 Glimmer of BS. This is a nice formula. It is a little bit more, I would say, natural to buildable, high impact. This one here is in 126 Glow Up. I would say formula-wise that they're most akin to the Urban Decay Afterglow highlighters. They're nice. They're not anything that isn't like mind-blowing. You guys know that I like a really intense highlighter, and these were just kind of like, okay. They're a nice generic highlighter. They do go on very smoothly, but kind of impact-wise, they're just not as crazy intense as I would like. Now, these highlighters are my new favorite highlighter formula. I have 4 of the Ciate. I think these are just the Glow 2 highlighters, and I love all of them, even the deeper ones. This one here is in Solstice, which is this beautiful pink toned one. Then we have Celestial, which is kind of like a la Becca Champagne Pop. I actually need to see if that is a dupe, honestly. Then we have Starburst, which is more your classic goldy champagne-y going on. And then Moon Dust, which is the one that sadly broke, but they sent me a non-broken one, which is kind of like a rosy gold. But what I love about the formula on these is that, I don't know if you can tell and see, is they have like glitter in them. Like you can see looking into the pan, you're like, oh, okay, that's got some glitter going in on there. But the glitter doesn't like go onto your cheeks and fall around everywhere. It's like the type of glitter that's really infused with the product and just gives you this beautiful ethereal twinkle. These go on so smoothly. They are gorgeous. They are high impact. I got these to try out the formula and I was pleasantly surprised and pretty blown away. They need to have more colors because it's just a beautiful formula. It looks so good on the skin. I would say this is like Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed, but with a little bit of ethereal twinkle and glitter jacking it up a little bit. Then some highlighters that I cut to kind of not be highlighters because they're like kind of really crazy colors. These are the Fenty Beauty. This was her summer release. These are the Kilowatt Foil Freestyle Highlighter Duo. We have the 7-Day Weekend and Poolside. Now, this one can work as a highlighter for me. Now, one thing that I do, you guys know that I love this because the Becca Dreamsicle, you know I do this, is I will start with one of these crazy ones, and then I will take, say, Becca's, the one that I use it the most with is Becca's Moonstone, because that one's a very, just a soft, nice, looks like my skin tone highlighter, so that you still get that color peeking through, but it's not, I have a streak of purple or I have a streak of pink going on my face. So I do that for this one. I also do that with this Minted Mojito and Sandcastle one. Now with certain whatevers, I can use this one straight up as a highlighter. This one a little bit bronzier, needs a little something to bring it down. And I do that with the Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. Now, what else that I do with this one is I use them as a really poppin' and illuminating and beautiful blushes. I love these as a blush. I just take a little bit and I tap it onto them apples of my cheeks and I look sun-kissed and gorgeous and beautiful, and I was so excited to try that with this, and I am so glad it turned out well, because sometimes you want to use something and it doesn't necessarily turn out that way. But they just look so good, and I also will do the whole top and moonstone on top of it as well. These are just so gorgeous. If you are afraid of them and you are pale, I would recommend doing that highlighter topping over it trick so you can just still get that color, but without being crazy color striping across your cheeks. These are amazing, a great formula, and I just love them. Another formula that I was a quote-unquote virgin to was the Ofra highlighters. Now these two are the Nikki Tutorials collab in Space Baby, which is the like duochromy blue, and then Cloud 9, which is like the duochromy pink, which is what I am wearing on nose and cheekbones today. This is a highlighter formula I need more of. It is just so smooth and beautiful. I will say with these two, I don't know about the other ones because I only have these two. It took me a while to find a brush that worked really well with it because I've seen swatches of Ofra highlighters. I know they ain't playing, but some brushes were just kind of like, eh, and I'm like, really? No, there's gotta be more to it than that. But when I found a brush that worked with it, something that's a little bit denser and synthetic, I love these so stinking much. I don't care much for Nikki Tutorials as a human being, but dang, does she know how to do highlighters, and Ofra is cruelty-free, and I need I need more of these babies because they were just so beautiful. Then going down into the drugstore department, we have got the J-Cat Beauty You Glow Girl highlighters in a myriad of colors. These are so great. If you liked baked highlighters and you don't want to spend a crap ton of money, I highly, highly recommend these because they are so pigmented and beautiful and glowy on the skin. They just look, I mean, you just look like this gorgeous, ethereal, otherworldly, and vaguely threatening being when you use these on your skin. I have not found a single one that I don't like. They're just all so beautiful. So look at them. See which one works for your skin tone. I do love this one here is Crystal Sand. This one and White Goddess are really pale friendly. They look nice. The Moon and Back can work for pale, but you know, if you're getting a little bit deeper, then I wouldn't recommend for pale Pink Goddess just because I do the highlighter topper over it, but because it's a little bit dark. Bella Rosa is gorgeous. Did not have a problem. Twilight, once again, beautiful, almost a little bit dark, but still really pretty. And then we have Unicorn Fave, which is out of all of them. Most of these are usually just like a high shine, healthy glow. This one is like kind of prismatic-y, so if you don't like that in a highlighter, definitely stay away from this one. But all in all, these have not disappointed, and I love all of them. The baked formula, they give you such a high payoff. They pick up beautifully on a brush and they go on so just like so beautifully. And last but not least, some more drugstore. We have the NYX holographic halo. This is a finishing powder, which really it's not. It's kind of this like peachy sunset color. I do really love this. This is obviously not going to work for me in the winter time, but right now, well, before we're getting into the winter super pale, it works beautifully. Then we have the LA Girl Luminous Glow. Now these are really nifty because they have, it's like a powder whatever, but they have a just clasp top like that. It's not any like unscrewing thing going on. This one is in the shade Holographic Stardust, which is very, very, very cool toned, definitely for people of paler complexion. Then this one is in Sunkissed, which I used and I loved. I will say, I will let you know that these do have little shimmer glitter particles in them. I usually just set it down with some setting spray. And I don't have any problem with them. You want to get just like a little titchy bit and just kind of gently whatever. A little bit of this goes a long way. They need to expand their shade range because these are just so finely milled. They feel like finishing powders, but they're highlights and they're just so beautiful. Would highly recommend these. This is a really good haul follow-up. There wasn't anything that I had really bad issues with. There were some like pros and cons with some things, but for the most part, everything was pretty ding-dang spot on, which proves that when 90% of your haul is highlighters, it's gonna end up being a happy haul. But thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know what you think about any of these products down below. If you agree with me, if you don't, if you've used them, you love them, and you hate them. I love hearing all y'all guys' different opinions. I love you, and as always, keep it real. Mwah!